kicking out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico.
Expose these clowns!
Attention! Bow crusher! It's time for the Freddy Chico show to begin! Open up your ears and listen closer! I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building and strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them rest of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building and strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them rest of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I speak for the truth of my people, I will never quit. No fear in my heart, they keep talking while I'm living this. Kneel for the spirit of the fallen, call him Captain Lee. Them soldiers always raising up our Fifth Street adolescents. They lost in the zone of a fatal scene. True facts in the story only carry weight. Keep the grind on your mind each and every day. But don't copy off of mine, eat what's on your plate. Respect the Huey P. and Bobby Seale. Malcolm X and the King, cause the dream is real. What I said, and I mean it all. If you're looking for the real Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building and strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'ma give them the best of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building and strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'ma give them the best of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show.
Welcome to the Freddy Chico Show, where the truth is revealed and never concealed. What's going on? I'm going to start the timer. I say my man Walter was already in the building, letting everybody know where he is checking in from. Chino, California. Let's go ahead and get this timer started. You got 3 minutes on the clock. Appreciate you in the building. Rebecca, I see you in the building. What you mean my show is never easy? What you talking about? You know, I have some light days. You know. You say I better be a thinking person for my show? Always thinking. You know. Trying to improve and get better. But yeah, we got one tonight. You know, got a lot of people that have sent me inbox messages on the topic. So I'm gonna, you know, respect their privacy, but we're gonna discuss their viewpoints and thoughts. Some were not able to make it, and we're going to share those as well. Derek Thomas, what's going on? Slabtown in the house. Dap is in the building. Appreciate you, sir. You know you got my number, bro. Just let me know whenever. You know. Keep you lifted in prayer, bro. That is not for show. Don't be a stranger. You know. But we're gonna get in on this topic in about a minute and a half. We're not playing around today. I got one person came in for 2 seconds, peeked, and then came off of YouTube. I had one person on Instagram, and we got 4 on Facebook. No doubt, you know, I don't sell wolf tickets, and I don't say stuff lightly. So, Mind Games Uncut. I see he saw the link. All right, I appreciate you, man. Do me a favor, hit that like and share. Invite somebody that might need to talk about marriage and divorce, because you know that's what we're talking about tonight, and we are not taking it easy. We're talking about everything, and kind of like what old boy said, there's no right or wrong answer, but we are going to discuss the pros and cons, you know. Absolutely. Please like and share. Especially you guys on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. It doesn't cost you a thing yet, because I'm going to start working on getting membership. Membership will have its privileges, but as we grow. And I say we, because I said it's not a me show, it's a we show. I've seen some new candidates for collabs that I'm like, oh, didn't even know these people existed. So I think, whoa, Mac, what's going on, man? Iron Bread in the building. You know, when's the last time you was on Twos? Talk to the people. We got a hot topic tonight. I think you might. I don't know if you're ready. I see you over there partying at the enjoying the Falcons game. You know, so hey. Matter of fact, I was just on Twos today. Did a little hour one way, hour the other way. You know. Jose DaCosta, what's going on now? Okay, did I miss something? What he said? He missed a key point with his eagerness to suck up. Did I miss something? Where did I miss on that one? Who is he, and what point did he miss with his eagerness to suck up? But yes, looks like the time is up. You know, you can check in, let me know where you're checking in from. I know somewhere in the state of Georgia, but I don't know exactly. But we're about to get into this topic. The topic tonight is... Ladies, why don't you want to split the bills 50-50 in a marriage? He said, Womack basement in the building. Okay, basement in the building. Gotcha. Respect the basement in the building. Ladies, why don't you want to split the bills 50-50 in marriage? And under that, to piggyback off of that, ladies, since you don't, or if you don't want to split the bills 50-50 in a marriage, why do you expect to take half in a divorce? What kind of investment strategy is that? What do y'all say on that? What are your thoughts on that? He said, can we talk about the whole process, though? The same ones that want a man to pay most of the bills in marriage also want everything he paid for in a divorce. Even worse, the courts help that along. That's why these clowns need to stop preaching that junk, because it promotes abuse. Absolutely. Well, we definitely can't talk about the process, because the problem is people are not identifying the mixed match philosophies. Because when the men were the sole breadwinner, because women weren't allowed to earn a living, these were the rules or stuff put in place to assist and help. But that has changed. But the rules haven't. But they still try to act like the rules are still the same. He said, Bum Rush Hour headquarters. Absolutely. We're knocking out fools tonight. We're knocking out all bums tonight. For real. We're not playing around tonight. It's not a game. She said men are the provider, and he might have told her that he's the breadwinner and she has to take care of the house, which pays no money. That's a good point. But the problem is, that's still the old way of thinking. And I would be okay if they want to revert back to the 1920s and say, well, you know, because the man is supposed to be a provider, he's a breadwinner, all she has to do is take care of the house. There's some other things that come with that. Meaning, you don't get to open your mouth saying, hey, I think we should do this. Don't care what you think. Because that's not a part of the rules. That's not part of the game. Your job is to take care of the house and be quiet. So if you're cool with that, and some women are, I have to acknowledge that. Don't understand why they are, but some women are okay with that, and they just want, to be taken care of, like a child. Claiming that, taking care of the house is equivalent to someone doing a 40-hour week. It is not. It's not even close. But okay. He said, in a relationship ministry, I teach men and women that if the other person doesn't have a job, education, and certain mentality, then marriage will be torture and will end in divorce because no one will really keep that up. Ask Dr. Dre. She don't have to do nothing for the rest of her life. As long as she doesn't get married. And maybe she could just, not get married for a couple years and still be good for the rest of her life. Shout out to Mind Games Uncut. Times are different. More women are breadwinners, unfortunately. And that's not a problem as long as the rules change with that. We can't have the same old rules and new factors, going in. It's trash to cherry pick treatment from the past. Absolutely. Some couples are cool with 50-50 rule nowadays. And they should be. That's how it should be. Because we're a team. How we're a team and one person isn't doing anything or very little? That's not a team. That's a leech. That's a parasite. But to piggyback off of what Rebecca said, had someone earlier talk about, what if the guy, that's what the guy wants, and so he's not requiring, which, all fairness, some men are like this, he's not requiring her to do much because he wants her to stay at home and do absolutely nothing while he takes care of everything. Some people have no problem being that end-all be-all, and the woman has no requirements at all. Let's be honest, at all. Kind of like the post you tagged me in, Walter, where the dude's in a wheelchair and still doing more than she is. Like, at what point does she step up? And that's fine. For those that think there's nothing wrong with a housewife. If you're not cool with a house husband, not a house father, but a house husband, you should not be cool with a housewife. What's good for the goose, it got to be good for the gander. Because a lot of things you'll say, well, what if the guy's making enough money, sufficient to take care of everything? It's not bad. What if the wife is making enough money? Oprah, what's her name? Rihanna. What about these women that are making a killing out here? Every freaking OnlyFans, celebrity is making crazy money. So they should that rule should apply to them. But I'm going to talk about why that's a problem. And what people try to act like they don't see is a problem. Just fundamentally. Because people want to be, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. Oh, you can't really say that about women because, no matter how little they contribute, no one wants to actually tell the truth. When you have a situation where the guy is taking care of everything, and combination, the guy's taking care of everything, but the woman wants to be respected as a leader in the house. Let me break it down what leadership is. I hope, I might be speaking to, a preacher to the choir to people who already know what a leader is. In the military, you have levels of leadership. one after the other. Like, say, for a captain, you have a lieutenant that's under you. That lieutenant should be capable of replacing that captain if the captain is no longer available. So, even though I believe the man is the head of the house, that woman should have the capability to take over if that man is not available. Not talking about a single mother home and all that kind of stuff, or single, single person, whatever. After, I am talking about not being able to accomplish the same things, maybe not to the same level, but satisfactory at least. But they can't do that if they're never expected or required to do the things a leader is supposed to do. Yeah, that was bad. I'm not saying a guy in a wheelchair can't change a tire, but what was more on the female's mentality that is how much she won't be useful. Yeah, if he's in that wheelchair and she can't change a tire, the whole family is stuck. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But we have so many people who are so stuck on a woman. A woman is so incompetent and unable to do anything that they should be babied their whole life. It's hard for them to fathom having these expectations of women. So some women are not good parents, but better at business person, and the man is better working with the children, so it's an even trade-off. And if that's the case, like I said, don't look at that dude like a lazy bum because he's staying at home with the kids and she's going out there making the bank. I'm just saying. Don't look at him side. No funny jokes. No smart remarks or what have you. He said not gonna happen. What's not gonna happen? Every woman who was given the wheelchair post an amen. I pray stay single and miserable until they wake up. Yeah, some people don't. Not everybody deserves to be in a marriage. I'm just gonna say that. Not everybody deserves to be in a marriage because some of y'all, have no idea. You are toxic, like they said. They're toxic, and don't have no business being attached to anybody. Why is that not a good thing to say? He said, now, Walter, that's not a good thing to say. Oh, wishing, people stay single. Well, I mean, in a way, not because you just wish bad on somebody, but wish that toxic people don't mess with somebody else. You know what I mean? Stay toxic by yourself. I remember a pastor's wife bragging to the women at choir practice a long time ago saying that she doesn't even touch the trash. Right. So if the pastor's not there, the trash is going to build up. Because that's clean. That's healthy. The Bible says the two shall become one, which could be considered a 50-50 agreement. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, this whole thing that people, because it's nowhere in the Bible. If it's in your Bible, you put it there, because it's not in there. There's nowhere in the Bible that it says the woman is to become a child once she gets married. Nowhere in the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible does it say a man, once he gets married, needs to pay all the bills and just pay for everything. Being the provider. It does not say that. Nowhere in there. If it's in your Bible, you put it in there. He said we need to go beyond no more than just sex as a mutual thing, because those in a divorce who didn't get a job, education, didn't pump gas, won't take out the trash, etc., pretty much useless as well. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think she's going to get $200K for the year, but I could be wrong. But that's the stuff that I'm talking about. You put no contribution to him becoming an NBA star, yet you think you deserve, and child support should support the child. not the broke mom. Mom should get a job and support herself. Housewives be the main ones on social media talking to us and bragging on somebody else's hard work. Like Kwame Brown, shout out to Kwame Brown. How hard is it to become an NBA player? How many good players there are in this country? And he was a number one draft pick coming out of high school. He was a number one draft pick coming out of high school. But how many hours he had to put in to be able to make it to that level? Just to have some hood rat trick him, mold him, brainwash him into engaging and marrying her. So now that she can make $200,000, 6 figures, doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. See, the problem is that we want to live like we're single, but when it comes to being married, it's a shared life. Lizandra, what's going on? Bragging about what? What you talking about? Welcome back. I haven't seen Lizandra in like 400 years. You said it's a shared life. Can you elaborate on it? You're saying people don't treat marriage like it's a shared life. They treat it like it's a separate. Yep, which is a pedophile. If that was a guy doing that to a girl, he would be called a pedophile. She got him at 17 and groomed him into the position to where he would pay her for nothing. Mad at R. Kelly, she's not bad at this girl. Not calling her a pedophile. Not canceling her for going after a child, because she is like 8 or 9 years older than him, so she had to be like 26, 27, talking to a 17-year-old. But that's cool with some of y'all. That's just insane. He said, but a huge problem are those people who don't bring much to the table and want an open relationship. That is changing. Jada actually boosted the popularity of open relationship after her and Will went public. Wow. Yeah, but you know, it's always the broke people that are saying it's not always about the money. Yeah, because you don't have any. You know? Of course it's not about the money, or money's not important to you. Sort of. Because at the same time, that's why Kevin Samuels out here checking all these women who think they deserve a 6-figure guy working as Zaxby's. No, you don't. Date in your pay grade. Date in your tax bracket. So what I mean by sharing is that there are things that we have to give up in order to make a marriage work. Yes, it's shared because they're both of you are starting as a team. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, there's so many people that are like, I want to be old-fashioned, but I still want to have my say. I still want to have my champagne taste on the Kool-Aid stomach. You better not tell me what to do, but I want to tell him what to do with the money that he made, you know? Because just like we tell our children, it's like, you don't value money that you didn't earn. So it's easy for you to go, oh, I want to go to Cancun. I want to go all these places because you didn't bust your behind to earn the money to get that, to afford that. But you should be okay with that because you're in love or, you like the person. He said it is about the money. Don't lie. Absolutely. So some housewives, I should have put, they brag about how their husband just does everything and puts up with their crappy attitudes. Yeah, like the women that will say, I need a man strong enough to handle me. Are you an animal? Because you don't have self-control? Does a man need to have control for you? Because if without him you're lost, that's not too appealing. Because those are the same women who are like, I can't find a good man. Where are these good men at? No, they're here. They just see you and go the other way. Or don't approach you at all. Because there's a lot of people with visions of grandeur thinking they're a catch. And they're the toxic women that me and Walter are talking about should stay single. They should stay single. Be toxic by yourself. So the main problem is that a woman will be quick to show her insecurities because the relationship didn't start off with trust. The main problem is that a woman will be quick to show her insecurities because the relationship didn't start off with trust. Okay, quick to show her insecurities to someone based on her not trusting? Wouldn't that be backwards? Because if they didn't start off with trust, why would you show your insecurities? Or you talking about showing insecurities like, already, basically calling somebody a cheater before you have any evidence of the fact. He said, that's a weak man if he's not getting the same treatment. Hold on now. He said, that's a weak man if he's not getting the same treatment. How many men do you know that are doing way more for their wife than their wife is doing for them? Are you calling them weak? I mean, I agree, but, you know what I mean? Because like I said, those are the same people that are like, okay, don't let me walk all over you, but if you do let me walk all over you, I'm going to call you weak. Why would you want to walk over somebody? That's just me. But the key word in your question is unwilling. Marriage is never 50-50. Sometimes it's 80-20 or 45-55. But should swing both ways. Parties should be willing to lighten the burden from the other if needed. The key word in your question is unwilling. I didn't say unwilling. Where did I say unwilling? And why don't you want to split the bills? Guess you just, change the wording up on me, I guess, huh? But I agree, they should lighten it up. It shouldn't be no 80-20 unless there's something going wrong. And that's only for a period of time. Not no permanent nothing. You know what I'm saying? They worry about another woman getting her man. You said, example, he buys her a house and she can't or willing to make sure that the home is secure. How would she make sure the home is secure? What is she doing? Other than, like you said, doing homemaker stuff like cooking and cleaning. Because, of course, I got to bring up the whole Diary of a Mad Black Woman. She was a bill. She brought nothing to the table. She didn't cook. She didn't clean. But people are like, I can't believe he got rid of her. She was a bill. Don't know if the white girl was a bill, but she was a bill. Yeah, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. Was the white girl working? I think she worked at the company. You know, or who knows? He might have been paying her, but even in paying her, you know, she should be bringing home a check. You know, but when you're talking about leadership, the man is the head, but that wife is a leader as well. And so she has to have at least a basic understanding of what it is to be a leader. Because of, like Jose said, if there are certain things that that come up, the other party should be willing to lighten the burden from the other, if needed. You talking about the white girl let him die? She was gonna put, because I want to say he was on life support for a little bit, and she was gonna pull the plug on him or something like that, and the black girl stopped it. The ex-wife stopped it, you know. But still, she's still a bill. She's still a child. She contributed absolutely nothing. Yeah, I mean, so don't get me wrong. I don't think the white girl, was an improvement or anything like that. Well, if financially she might have been an improvement, but you know, she definitely showed her wickedness and wanted to let him die and not give him a chance to recover. But y'all correct me if I'm wrong. The ex-wife was a bum. Straight up bum, enjoying the labor of his, and then, you know, of course, enjoying the fruits of his labor, where they're like, well, you know, that's what he wanted. She's still a bum. Just because he said, I want you to be a bum, that don't make you not a bum. You're still a bum. And, you know, somebody else was talking about something similar to that. It only shows certain comments. Oh, it's about this. No, where did it go? That was yesterday, but all the other comments I put on here, I can't even see now. And I know I put it up here. It just disappears. Like it chooses what comments or what posts it wants me to see. If I look at my, there we go. Now let me see it. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Alright, that someone was like, if a man is making really good money, he may not need her money or may not need her to work. And some people feel that way. It's like, I would have no argument for that if they're like, if the girl is making really good money and she doesn't need his money and may not need him to work. If you're cool with that, I have no argument for it. But this, you know, exclusive, a woman can sit on her behind because of what she has between her legs, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I don't agree with that at all. And to me, that can cause a lot of problems. What problems? let me tell. I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about the problems that's going to cause. For a woman, diving mad black woman, if the guy decides, you know what, I'm tired of looking at you, bye. What's she gonna do? Move in with Medea? I'm just saying. You haven't worked probably her whole life, because she said she met him in college, and he didn't want her to work, so she decided not to work. They couldn't have kids, so she's just sitting around the house while he's going to and from work each day. Now, I don't like you no more. What can she do? You know, the first job, whatever, even if it's going to be general labor, she wasn't a graduate, I don't believe. So I'm good with that, but there are times when a woman will have a need to not put the whole load on her man, as long as the end result is they are moving forward. You talking about one shouldering all the burden and the other one just sitting there? He said, as for what to be paid in a divorce, that is why if you have money, you do a prenup. But my thing is, basic investing, you know, if you're looking at these stocks and buying shares and things like that, if you buy 100 shares at $1 and it goes up $2, you can sell that stock at a profit based on the $100 investment you made. But for some reason, even though you put no money into a marriage, the court system says you deserve a 50% return on an investment you never made. That makes no sense. And certain stipulations like the Dr. Dre situation where, you know, as long as you don't remarry, you will receive this money from this other person for the rest of your life. What? And I think she tried to kill him. All of a sudden, right when they're getting through this divorce, he gonna have an aneurysm. Damn near died. Just saying. But then you got the daughter, 39-year-old, talking about some, I can't believe my dad's not still taking care of me at 39. Dr. Dre. He got to pay his ex-wife like a little over $3 million a year until she gets married or remarried. So she don't never have to get remarried. She's getting $3 million a year. She the one talking about some $200,000 a month, but the other one is like maybe $15,000 a month. But still, $15,000 a month for doing nothing. What's going on? Wrestling with My Thoughts is in the building. We are talking about, ladies, if you don't want to split the bills 50-50 in a marriage, why are you expecting half in a divorce? You know, some people marry for the money and the prestige and the lifestyle they were living. Right. But they don't want to be honest with that. They'll say, no, it was a love. It was a character. It was this blah, blah. You know they full of it. Because I've seen dudes that look like Jay-Z that work fast food. Ain't no Beyonce's running after him. I'm just saying. Literally, I saw a dude working at McDonald's look just like Jay-Z. And I'm like, no girl is trying to holler at him. There was a mixed girl in Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I thought it was a white girl. I guess she had some white in her. I don't never claim to be an expert on all things Tyler Perry. Absolutely, Rebecca. $15K is way too much money for a newborn. The money is for her and not the baby. And that's the other thing that people try to act like, oh, no, it's for the support of the baby. No, it is not. It's for the support of the mother. And you got people that think that's okay. Matter of fact, they got people that think that even after the child is 18, has become an adult, that the man still should pay the woman's bills. That's still white to me. Hispanic is not a color. She's Caucasoid. She might have black hair, but that's it. I don't think she had black hair. But that's another topic for another day. You know, if y'all want to discuss that. Charity stops at 18. You know, you have 18 years to prepare that child to become an adult. After that, you know. You say I'm funny. What I say? But I think those were all the comments that I seen. I'm seeing people like it's supposed to be a team effort. Even if they're doing well, it still should be 50-50. I agree. You know. You should be able to, if two are greater than one, you know, and not on some level because, you know, it's a higher standard of living or whatever. No, it's because y'all are a team and y'all can grow with the work of two versus one. You know, if people say they can do bad by themselves, they don't need another bill. They don't need another bill. Guys, stop enabling these lazy women to be bums. Require them. Like I think some lady had a video talking about men's standards are just way too freaking low. They have no requirements for the woman. Well, I have to do this and I have to do this for her. What does she have to do for you? Wake up. Grown men. If a couple love each other, they will make an allowance for when they die or decide to leave each other. The parties involved should make preparations for the what if. Rainy day, yes. You know, but like I said, each one should be, I mean, even with the split, the other person should be able to take over everything the other person is doing. Not just some of the stuff, but everything the other person is doing. Like I said, don't have to be the same level of competency, but at least have a basic competency on everything. You know what I mean? They are just be breathing and having that snapping turtle on call. See? Rebecca, you starting to sound like Walter now. That's not enough. That's not enough for me. I'm like, don't care. There's nothing. There's no one in this world that's worth that. My wife included, and I love her to death. But just breathing, and I'm not repeating what I just read, is not enough. It's not enough. Just saying. Just like the same mentality I have at a gym. It's like I go to the gym because I don't have those equipment at home, but I'm not going to the gym to do the things that I can do at home. Like if I can do all this stuff, why do I have you? I don't need you to add more to the liability side. You need to be an asset. You should be a compliment. We should be able to compliment each other to make us both better than we would be by ourselves. I mean, what's the point? Like people say, why are you here? If we're not helping each other, why are you here? Bye, Felicia. A lot of them don't want to do that. Be talking about, I got a headache. Or some other excuse. And then wonder why they end up on the episode of First 48. You see. He said, when you got your divorce, you left everything because you wanted independence. You wanted to know that you could make it on your own. Got you. But did you receive some financial assistance from the divorce? Because if you did, you weren't independent. Not at all. Women who say I'm independent but receive assistance are full of it. You said women's standard in a man are just as low. I'd agree. Okay. Now I see how you little play on words. It's like, no, you didn't get it, or no, you just didn't want it. You know, because I know somebody added to like, okay, yeah, not only that I didn't get it, but I didn't look for it or didn't try to get it or whatever. But did you get it? You know what I'm saying? You can say, I didn't want it, but they still gave it to me. Court still ordered him to pay such and such in the divorce. And I spent the money and give it back to him, I'm just saying, people don't think that I'm going to ask that question and they get away with giving the impression of one thing when they know good and well they're over here. Because, just the audacity for women to say, I'm an independent woman and you got food stamps, living in Section 8, got 2 or 3 dudes paying all your bills. You're not independent. You're finessing your way through life. It's not independence. Because I do believe Blue Jasmine thinks she's an independent woman. Gotcha. Now, she said it again. Now, see, look up here. It says, no, I didn't want it. Here, I didn't want it. I could have, but I told the lawyer I didn't want anything from him. Got you. But did you receive something, whether it's through the court or him by himself, from him? I haven't heard you say that. Did you receive something in the form of any kind of assistance? Financial, whether it's, rent, this, that, and other, and utilities or something, yeah. That's not an accurate definition of independent. I know they got a couple songs that are out there that was like, oh, this girl is independent. No, she isn't. Okay, so you said, nope, you did not. Okay, so you didn't receive a dime. You did it on your own. I have respect for that. That's independent. That's actually independent. Nobody was paying your bills but you. That's independent. You know, you paid your rent, you paid your utilities, you paid your cell phone, you paid your food bill, all that on you. That's what is called being an adult. You know, for some reason we forget that women are adults. You know, which is so disrespectful. But there are so many women that are okay with that type of disrespect as long as they're taken care of by somebody. They don't mind being disrespected like that. That's admirable. He said, even at your lowest point, you didn't ask him for anything. And that's how it should be. You're independent. He don't owe you anything. I mean, you got people that think any random guy owes them something. They'd love to see me coming, you know, in a public situation where they might be carrying something heavy and think I'm like, oh, let me get that for you. Nah, you good. You lift with your legs. Lift with your legs. I ain't carrying that crap. You want to buy that? You carry it. Ain't got nothing to do with it. You just think that every big guy just wants to carry heavy stuff? Nah, I'm good. With my back set up? Nah. Women going to a gym, but the arms don't work to open up the door. I guess you ain't going to the gym today, because I ain't opening the door for you. But one question before I go: when is Sha'Carri gonna race again? She talking about this wasn't the last race she's gonna do, or y'all ain't seen the last of her and all that stuff. You know, they got 2 races in September. You know, one is this Friday, I think, and then 2 weeks from then, or the next weekend, or whatever. You know, in different countries. You know, she was at the one in Eugene, Oregon, but she hasn't been in the last 3. You know, when is she gonna get out there and race and back up all this stuff she's talking, and so all y'all can stop trying to defend her, you know, for being sorry, you know. He said you're a gentleman, but you know your limitations. I don't even like that word gentleman no more. It's so abused. Oh, I like a gentleman. Every time you use a gentleman, it's like slave or being abused by somebody. That's not appealing. You know, being taken care of is taught or a mindset, especially if you have children. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I have these discussions with grown men who think, hey, if I say anything negative to women about being accountable, they're like, don't you have daughters? Yes, and they know that too. Be accountable. No man owes you anything. Get your own. And I tell my son, do not allow these women to think that you owe them anything. There's too many women think that their presence pays for anything. Your presence is no different than his presence. That's it. Come to something with the table or don't come at all. You know. Do you see the trend of this topic changing anytime soon? Anything's possible, but there's a lot of people that are stuck on stupid, and I really can't, say that they're going to ever wake up. It's definitely have wishful thinking that they will someday. He said, I'm glad that they're making women pay child support. Is leave the children with the man. Also, if the woman is making more than the man and he is used to being taken care of, he should get paid as well. It's like payback. All these women that are doing it for years, now the men are doing it. But it's not happening enough about women being forced to pay child support. Because typically the guy's going to take it easy on her and not be as vindictive as these women are when the men don't pay the child support. They're taking the driver's license, they're putting them in jail. Women could be delinquent for years and not see a day in jail because they keep giving her, a pass or keep giving her another chance to, start paying at some point. Said I hate to pick on your boy Kevin, but the clown he was on that show with who said that men need to keep up a woman's lifestyle even after divorce was trash. Too many believe in that. Talking about Kill on Stage. Yeah, I haven't really followed him since you showed me that crap. I'm like, not a fan. I laugh at those husbands who post their wife with no job and education for years and say black girl magic. Yeah, I did a show on that one. Black girl magic, it's being used for dysfunctional stuff. And I don't think that was the original design of that phrase. The purpose of that phrase. I believe black girl magic was used or designed to celebrate the accomplishments of black women, black girls, bring awareness to the awesomeness that is the black female. Not shield black female dysfunction, i.e. Sha'Carri Richardson, i.e. Sha'Carri Richardson fans that think she can do no wrong, despite the fact that she was on NBC cursing because she was so unfazed by the fact that she came in 9th, not 8th, not 7th, not 3rd, not 2nd. She came in 9th. The Jamaican bobsled team beat her. Cool Runnings. The Jamaicans from the In Living Color. Keenan Iron Wayans, Damon Wayans, and Kim. When they're trying to land the plane with the landing gear on their heads, they beat Sha'Carri. And then all the disrespect talking about some black girl magic, why does it only apply to Sha'Carri? How about it apply to Dina Asher Smith, the British sprinter? How about the 4 Jamaican women? Do they not deserve to be included in black girl magic? What about I think her name is Tina, the other U.S. black girl, because I think there's 2 other ones. But I think she was the one that came in 4th. When Sha'Carri came in 9th, she came in 4th. But yeah, that don't make any sense. Because it was supposed to have been a 3-headed monster before Elaine, jumped on the scene. It was supposed to be her, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, and Shikari. No Shikari. It's sad that a woman will use a man to maintain a certain lifestyle. If you're living a rich life, why not make sure that you can continue to live that way on your own money? A man will leave you broker than when you came in. Preparation is a key for self-reliance. Well, I agree with 90% of what you're saying. You said a man will leave you broker. A man doesn't have ability to leave you broke without you contributing to it. Because a man can't leave you broke if you got your own. So it ain't got nothing to do with him. And everything to do with her on how or what her status is before, during, and after, a relationship. But women will literally look at a guy and say, I look at you and I see stability. So I really don't like you, but I see you have a comfortable living and I want that. So I'll deal with you. And then when I get tired of dealing with you, I'm going to take half of your stuff with me that I didn't earn. Because I'm here, my presence earned that. You see, the people who say they don't do this or that and try to pass on that philosophy also need to tell people how long they've been single. Yep, that's true too. He said, how can someone be for men's mental health and have the mentality of this topic at the same time? They can't. It's like having dry water, wet dry. I don't like the term nice, Fred. Yeah, that means you're a sucker. They call you nice, it means you're a sucker. Enabler. Ready to be played at a moment's notice. Yeah, she is an embarrassment. Like I said, she has potential, so I'm not going to knock her on that. But if she stopped with all these, attachments and accessories and focus on racing, wait till you win a couple of races before you start looking crazy. And stop talking. Like, don't say nothing to nobody no more. Just don't even get on the mic. Like, no comment. And take a couple of speech classes, how to speak, public speaking, something. Because it's not cute. Not cute at all. And y'all stop supporting and stop enabling that kind of mentality. Like, yeah, you don't have to be intelligent. You can just do anything, and we're gonna be behind it no matter what it is. So women need to go ask men instead of some women about to get a man that. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that, Walter. Too many women writing books talking about what a real man is. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. Calm down, Derek Jacksons. And so all my Derek Jacksons that didn't show up, shout out to y'all. I know you're watching. I know you're going to watch the replay. But to me, you guys are trying to con stupid women. So at the same time, I'm not mad at y'all, because if a woman falls for your stupidity, that's on her. She's the idiot that thinks you actually are doing what you say you're going to do by allowing her to basically be lazy. I have no sympathy for her. You get what you get. But like I said before, you don't have to think like me, but you do have to think. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to teach. I appreciate everybody that came in here tonight. Rebecca, Walter, Derek, Lizandra, Dap, Jose, Mind Games Uncut, Muhammad, my boy, Womack from Iron Bread. Appreciate you on Instagram. And for everybody that's going to watch the replay on YouTube, love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. I'll see y'all. We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see y'all Friday, 8 p.m. Chico out.